All right, video number 2 on the 2010 535. It is a 4-wheel drive. Doesn't say iX or anything like that on it. That year they didn't do that. You can see it. Where is it? Down here we've got the XDrive. But all right, I'm gonna hop in and go for, oh, here it's still got the Crown Colony sticker from Pelican Bay in Naples where they lived, which was where I shipped the car from up here to Connecticut. So all right, let's go for a little drive. Oh, one thing that you might find really useful is that I installed had a kind of like a car stereo place install a backup camera, which also came with Apple CarPlay. So that significantly modernizes the stereo and electronics on the vehicle. I thought that my wife and my mother-in-law drove the car a little bit, and for them the backup camera is an absolute necessity. Here you can see that if I put it in reverse. There you go. So you won't find that normally on a 535 of this vintage. But it has Bluetooth, CarPlay, and you know, that all works great. So you know, it kind of pulls the car forward quite a bit on the technology front. So all right, let's go for a little car drive. There's nothing to report on the vehicle in terms of anything being wrong with it. This is one of my top favorite driving cars of all time, just the way that it's sporty and connected to the road. You know, it just drives tremendous. You know, it's kind of got that SUV functionality, but drives like a sporty sedan. You know, and it's got quite some good pickup too. I don't recall the horsepower ratings right off the top of my head, but they're, you know, it just drives great. I can't emphasize that enough. So here we've got a beautiful fall day on Chopin Point here in Stamford, Connecticut. So we should have a nice drive. No warning lights. Nothing really to report in terms of the car needing anything. You know, it's got heated steering wheel, heated seats, which I love on these BMWs because they heat up faster than any other car I've driven. And you know, it's quiet, no significant rattles or anything. You know, stepdad took really good care of the car. Was going through the service records this morning, and anytime he had an issue with it, he would take it to a BMW dealer wherever he was. And that can get, you know, probably more expensive than it would be at indie shops, but that's how he liked to do it. He didn't mess around. If it was broken, he got it fixed. They were, for most of the time that they owned this car, it was their only vehicle. So it was super important for them that it be well kept and functioning right all the time. So windshield is good, nice and clear. What else can I tell you? I'll just sort of drive around here a little bit. You can see, you know, everything's still working great. I seriously thought about keeping this car. You know, but right now we have 6 cars and I really just can't justify it. My wife wants the parking space for her X5. 6 cars for 2 drivers, probably a little bit more than we need. So it's time to let it go, and I'm kind of thinking that somebody, you know, this is a special vehicle for the right kind of person. You know, somebody probably really loves these cars the way that I do, and I think it would be, you know, good for years and years of ownership. So, I don't know, I'm gonna just drive around a little bit more. I can't drive too fast here, but you know, I like it. I like this vintage of cars. I had owned a 545, a 2004, which was the first year of the E60 series. This is actually an E61, which is the 1 stands for the touring version or the wagon version. And I think they're great. I actually like these. You know, arguably this drives better than my M5, which is obviously super powerful, but it's a much bigger car, drives much heavier. You know, this is from back when BMW made sporty cars, and that's kind of what they built their name on. You know, and these days it's a little bit different. They're a little more tech heavy. It's a different experience, but you know, I really enjoyed this car. I've driven it, you know, a few thousand miles since we brought it up here. It's great to throw the dog in the back with the net. She can jump right up there. It's not too high. You know, and as a family vehicle, it works great. I kind of feel like this is what people should be getting, and not so much the SUVs, but that's, each to their own. So, all right, I'm gonna pull back in the driveway. So it's not making any funny noises or anything. It drives, frankly, pretty much, the way I remember it from when they got it the first day. What else we got here? We got stereo, we've got nav. I don't use any of that because I'll just use the CarPlay and Waze. Look around the vehicle.